hotspots killing ham radio. I don't mean the Wi-Fi type, which I'm pretty sure you've seen the Wi-Fi type there, about that big by that big. What I mean is DMR, D-Star, System Fusion, hotspots. My personal opinion is yes. And before people lark up and go, well, they're not. Well, if you look on the DMR or D-Star dashboards, or even get on the air and have a listen, most of the activity on these machines, when I say machines, I mean the networks, is coming from people with these little 100 milliwatt hotspots, or 100 milliwatt UHF, I think. Not most of them are 100 milliwatt and 70 centimeters, but I digress. But yes, I think yes, they're using the 70 centimeter band, which is good. But at the same time, I think they're bad because you go tune to any of the D-Star, DMR, System Fusion repeaters, nothing. You go to but don't get me wrong, if you're on a repeater, you can talk to people about hotspot, but I think the repeater systems would get a lot more use if people actually had hotspots in their homes. Yes, I understand that people with hotspots can hear people on mobile using repeaters. I understand that. But what I'm saying is the repeater owners go to a lot of trouble to put all this infrastructure on top of the hilltops. So they might as well get used. That's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say, we all shouldn't have hotspots because they're bad. No, that's not what I'm going to say. But I'm saying that they should be used, this is just my opinion, only in areas where there is no adequate repeater coverage. Let's say you live in the middle of Woods Point, or the middle of the Macara Desert in Chile, or the middle of the Simpson Desert in Central Australia, and you're the only ham for 500 miles. Yeah, it probably makes sense to have a hotspot so you can take to those networks. But if you're living in an area like metropolitan Melbourne, or Sydney, or Los Angeles in the US, or Miami in Florida in the US, it makes no sense to have a hotspot sitting there for your own personal use. Yes, I know somebody might else be using the repeater. Well, then use a different time slot, or wait. You know, or even if that repeater you want's being used, go and use another one. I'm sick of hearing everything about hotspots on the air. Hotspots. Yes, they are good. I'm not talking about the Wi-Fi hotspots. I'm talking simply about RF hotspots for your HT, or for even mobile radios going into dummy loads into hotspots, which I was saying before. Yes, I know hotspots are great. They work and they're always there. You don't have to worry about the repeater's not working or I'm out of range. Yes, in situations like that, hotspots make sense. So I'm not saying we should ban them, but I'm saying we should as an amateur radio community, we should take a real hard look on the use of hotspots. Anyway, that's just my opinion. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. If you don't agree with me, give me a thumbs down. I'd be interested to see the thumbs down I get to thumbs up. Anyway, 7 Freedom, Tom VK3FTOM. Please like and subscribe.